Welcome back to the Weeb Lounge. The anime today is Princess Connect Redive. It's an anime that a lot of people kind of figured was going to be this glorified promotional video for the gacha game on mobile. I have to say, it might have got me to play the game. Honestly, it did get me to play the game. Yeah, it did its job. But it's not just a PV, it's a good anime. Now, Princess Connect Redive is actually based off of the game, of course, when the game is based off of a failed game that was just simply Princess Connect without the redive part. And the redive kind of brings the guy back to dive again kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. They don't fully explain it yet, but it's just a good assumption. Anyways, for the longest time, at least considering the game, I always kind of figured that, oh, this is going to be a girly anime. So which princesses running around, you know, ice princess, Disney type stuff. No, it's not. It's not. It's a fun fantasy anime, and let's just get to the characters. First up, main male protagonist, Yuki, who pretty much knows nothing. Yeah, well, he kind of, he's in front of like this angel looking thing, but the angel wings are made out of like cogs and gears, almost steampunkish-y or whatever. This angel, she doesn't explain nothing. I always hate this anime trope. I always hate it. It's like, oh, here's this guide of yours or whatever. It's going to help you throughout this world, but I'm not going to tell you shit. Yeah, it always helps out great that way, don't it? Yeah, we know how that goes. Anyways, Yuki is sent back to the living world, or wherever, dream world, or whatever he was in, and just kind of shows up on a mountain, right? Yeah, just top of a hill, not a mountain, just like a hill, grassy hill, getting gnawed on by wolves or something. These wolves are dumb, like googly-eyed looking things. Oh, those things look retarded as hell, okay? There's no other way to put it. They look dumb. But anyways, Yuki lost a lot of his memory, like a ridiculous amount of his memory. He basically knows his name, some basic language, and is just kind of floating from there, right? He can't talk very well. He doesn't know much what's going on. The first time Kokoro hands him some money, he tries to chew it thinking it's food or something. I mean, he's lost a lot of his memory and a lot of his common sense to go along with it. So there's that. In the game, Yuki is basically the point of view of the player. Yuki is the player, okay? That's the kind of role this guy has. So think of it in terms of Fate Grand Order, where you got, you know, the red-haired girl and the dark-haired guy or whatever. He's there. It's the view of the character. That's Yuki, right? He doesn't have much of a role other than his princess power or whatever, his princess knight power. Essentially, he starts glowing, puts out an aura, and any of his friendly combatants around him get like uber buffed or whatever and can beat the hell out of stuff. Except Christina. That's a different anime. I like Christina. Anyways, that's what Yuki pretty much is. He's the main male protagonist. Kind of a back. He's kind of in the back. I mean, he's not really a main character per se. Rather, he's just a player overseeing the other characters, the girls. Now, that introduces some of the girls. There's three main characters basically to this. The first one you get introduced to is Kokoro. Kokoro is basically an elf lolly. There's no other way to put it. It's an elf lolly. Cute as hell. Elf lolly. Got a spear that has like a crystal thingy on it. Curly hair. Cute. Can't say nothing. But anyways, she's mature, very mature for her presumed age. I mean, she's an elf. Who knows how old she actually is? She might look like she's 12, but she could be 12,000 for all we know. It's elf logic, right? But anyways, she is told through some medium to meet up with Yuki, and Yuki is basically her lord. She is a servant, and he is the master. And that's kind of the play they take. Kokoro is kind of like the attendant, okay? Trying to guide him, trying to help him, trying to keep those goofy-ass wolves from chowing on his limbs. She has a hard time with that, yeah. But that is Kokoro in a nutshell. A very passive character, easily surprised, it seems, and just overall, she's got her head on straight, you know, level. She's the straight man to all the other comedic things that bounce around and stuff. Speaking of bouncing, Pecorine! Very bouncy. I mean, I am talking, you know, they didn't hold back on this. It's just like, here's her body, grab a couple watermelons, and right there. Tits. That's what they did. And I have no complaints. None whatsoever. But this character is actually highly entertaining. This character is OP as all hell. Yeah, basically, she has a shoulder guard that gives her like this tremendous armor boost. She has a crown which gives her just this ridiculous strength, and she has a sword that just beams the hell out of anything. Combine all that and you have yourself an OP offensive tank. Okay, she can take the tank roll, she can do the DPS roll, she can kind of do the heal roll. All she has to do is stop for a minute and eat some rice. You know, she's good. The crown power, this is why she's called Pecorine, Peco, you know, she's hungry all the time, right? That's her nickname. Pecorine isn't her real name, it's a nickname. And the crown ends up causing her to just be hungry all the time. Apparently it burns a lot of calories, keeps her nice and thin and busty. Okay. Yeah, this character, her personality comes off as like kind of the stereotypical dumb blonde, even though she has orange hair, I guess. But it's almost as if it's a bit of a play. This girl is smarter than she comes off it. Early in the series, first episode actually, I think, she's basically scammed by a couple of guys. You know, one of them complaining that he's ill, he needs medicine, and the medicine's, you know, way over here on this hill. Can you get it for us? And while she tromps off to get it, they grab her like precious sword and go running off with it. And for the next couple episodes, until she gets her sword back or whatever, she's like, "Oh, I'm looking for the sick guy. I gotta get him his medicine. He's going to die. Are you feeling better?" And, you know, they're running away with her sword. It's an obvious scam and theft attempt, but she's still concerned about this guy to get him his medicine. That is lack of common sense stupid. But the thing is, even though they set that up to make her look, you know, really ditzy and kind of clueless, she most certainly is not. It's almost as if she faked that. It's kind of odd. That's the gist of it that I get. She's a lot smarter than what she is portrayed, and I really think that was just kind of her being dumb on purpose. I don't know. No. But anyways, this girl's OP as all hell. She loves food. She knows how to cook gourmet style, and will befriend anybody. Which kind of brings us to Carol. Carol is the dark-haired cat girl with the staff, with the book, and the grim burst beams of doom. Basically a DPS caster, if you have to put it in an MMO role. She is tsundere. Very tsundere. Tsundere is all hell. She claims, you know, she claims like she doesn't want friends, she doesn't need people, she doesn't like anything or whatever, but of course she secretly wants friends, wants to like someone, wants to be, the whole tsundere thing to like kind of an extreme level, right? The problem with her though is she's kind of being manipulated by the princess in power of Landosal. Landosal is like the city that they're all in. And that kind of leads from one thing to another, and of course, as usual with these reviews, spoilers, I'm going to be giving some stuff away. So Kaoru, she's a really likable character, even though she's basically trying to kill Peco early on here. She ends up befriending him, and the three of them, along with Yuki, end up creating the Gourmet Guild. A guild that is designed to eat good food with friends and find new recipes and eat to their heart's content and enjoy life, the life of food, even if the food's bugs and nasty stuff. It don't matter if it tastes good, right? That's kind of like a little bit of a setting, okay? And they form the guild, and the guild coordinator lady or whatever ends up donating them a guild house that's a rundown piece of crap that they have to fix up, but you know, apparently, you know, Carol's really good at, you know, cleaning and takes pride in this, and she don't like bugs either. A cat that don't like bugs. Normally cats would run around, bat them around, eat them, something. It's a little bit of, it's opposite day. It's an anime logic. Okay, can't go too far with that. But basically, the Gourmet Guild is just kind of a setting, okay? They go around and, you know, they'll take a quest because it gives fish or a spice or something like that. But in all reality, what they do and they go around, they fight these shadow monsters and all this other stuff. It builds towards something else that is completely irrelevant to gourmet anything, right? It's just not. So there's a few things in this anime that is really awesome. One of them, Yuki gets sick, right? He has a little bit of a rash on him. It's essentially a bad cold that developed a rash, okay? He's not going to die or nothing. But they end up dragging him off to this hospital that's shady as all hell, right? It's essentially occupied by, like, a demon that wants to marry him and two other really psychotic doctors. And the thing I find kind of funny is that the hospital guarantees that you will feel exactly 30% better when you leave. Yeah, okay. Apparently it's true, because Carol kind of faked an illness, got stuck in there, and when she came out, she was all a happy ditty. So, even though their methods are basically torturous and experimental, they keep their word. You come out of there 30% better. Okay, that's all good. And then you have their favorite restaurant that they like to go to, that the guy knows how, from the secret menu, knows how to serve like bugs in this gourmet thing. And then you have this big old fat bastard come walking in claiming he's basically a yelper. He's going to bury the business, and so this other business that paid him does good, so they have to make him some good food. And this guy's got straight up bitch tits. Okay, this is like big old fat guy Fight Club guy thing yeah, this guy, he's dumb. He's dumb. I mean, if you walk into a restaurant, you walk up to the cook and / owner, and you break his arm and then tell him to cook you something, you're out of favor a little bit. You know, if somebody spit in your food, I don't blame them. Okay. You got the fat bastard. Yeah, the two guys that pulled the scam on Peco earlier to steal her sword, they are now like the #1 fan club for Pecorine. Okay, they are like buddies. She's the best person in the world. Will never do any harm to her, and they straighten out their lives and all this stuff. It's just because it's her. Okay, Pecorine can eat too. She wakes up for breakfast. She woke up for breakfast once. I guess didn't feel like cooking or something, walked out to town, found a eating contest, won it, and went off. I mean, that was her breakfast. Oh my God. Okay, but anyways, this anime takes a rather lighthearted twist on a fantasy kind of setting, and yeah, there's no real set goal. It just it presents itself as the anime goes on. And it turns out that Pecorine is actually the real princess of Landisol. Big spoiler there, right? You kind of suspected it early on if you paid attention, but basically there's an imposter that brainwashed everyone in the castle, in the city, whatever, and she is pretending to be the princess while Pecorine was out experiencing the real world. You know, basically Pecorine, the parents gave Pecorine the shoulder guard, the sword, all the stuff, and told her, go out into the real world, learn life, learn your craft, learn how to cook, learn how to survive on your own, know the people, learn the people. Something a smart ruler would actually need to know. I have to give him credit. But when Peco came back or whatever, nobody knows who she is, including her parents, and somebody took her place, and that person is also kind of manipulating Carol here to do her bidding and creating shadows and all this goofy stuff. So when season 1 eventually ends, it's like all that comes to light, to fruition. No, it wouldn't be fruition. Fruition's a good thing. This isn't really a good thing. So all that comes to light and basically sets up for season 2. Or go play the game. Now the cool thing that I've noticed is that the storyline in the game, it has its moments with the anime as well, but the anime is actually very original, very original content. You know, if you play the game, it's not like you know the story or anything, so you're not going to watch the anime, or if you watch the anime, well, you're not going to pay any attention to the story in the game. They're kind of unique. They're worth watching, both full, whole, and downloady. Oh, that game is like over 10 gigabytes when you start downloading all the crap. For a mobile game, 10 gig. Okay, that's a little bit of a fair warning. But anyways, I have to say that I really, really enjoyed this anime. It is very well animated. Apparently it's done in-house by Cygames. They do their own stuff. That's what I heard. The quality is really good. The animation is awesome. The sound, a lot of the music is pulled right out of the game. So if you've played the game, or vice versa or whatever, you know the music already. And the music suits both really, really well. I can't say nothing bad about it. And yeah, if you watch this anime, chances are, if you like the fantasy isekai type anime, chances are you're going to end up playing the game too. It's over on it's Japanese only. You need a VPN, Android device, mobile, blah, 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 blah. I'll have a different video for that. But anyways, this is an anime that I ended up really loving, and a game that I ended up liking too. So it's a win-win in this case. And with that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We got more videos to come.